name is Abby. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to be doing a yoga flow with a lot of heart openers, and you might want to have some blocks nearby. If they're a part of your practice, they could come in handy. If you want to have a nice fluffy pillow or a bolster to put underneath your knees for Shavasana, that'd be great as well. And when you're ready, we'll meet on your mat or carpet, whatever you have today. Taking a moment to arrive into your space. Getting comfortable on your seat. Maybe you take a minute to pull any muscle or tissue out of the way underneath you to make your sits bones connect to the floor. And then when you're ready, maybe you allow your eyes to soften on a point on the floor in front of you. Maybe they come all the way to a close. Hands can come to the tops of the knees, or maybe one hand comes mid-torso above your navel, and maybe one hand comes on your chest. Taking a minute to check in with the body. Am I holding tension anywhere? Can I drop my shoulders away from my ears? If I sit up, stretching through the top of my head, do I notice anything change? Focusing our awareness on the breath. Noticing the coolness of the air as it comes into one nostril, and the warmth of the air as it goes out the other. Noticing the hand above your navel, expanding and coming in with each breath. Take in the deepest breath that you've taken this morning, and slowly release it out your nostrils. One more deep breath in. Slowly release. And with this next inhale, exhale set, See if you can try to make your exhale take a little bit longer than the last time. Same amount of inhale, longer exhale. Inhale. Slow exhale. The slow exhale helps our body absorb more oxygen. I invite you to come back to this breath throughout our practice. Maybe your hands come to the tops of your knees. And maybe your eyes begin to flutter back open as you come back into the space. Beautiful, you guys. Go ahead and stretch your left hand out to the side on the mat. We're going to sweep the right hand up and over and come for a good side body stretch. Thinking about the hands stretching out as much as it's stretching over. Beautiful. Inhale, rise up. And we're going to sweep the left arm to the right knee. Right hand plants behind. Sitting up nice and straight and tall. Gaze can follow the back shoulder. Inhaling back to center. Now we're going to stretch the right hand out to the side on the mat. Left arm stretches up and over. Beautiful. And inhale, twisting left. Inhale back to center. We're going to do that 2 more times, but this time we're going to do that with the flow of our breath. So together we're going to stretch out left hand. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, coming back. Inhale, twist. Exhale, twist deeper. Inhale, center. Right hand down. Inhaling. Exhaling back to center. Inhale, twist. Exhale, twist deeper. This next one you can do at the pace of your own breath. Come to the center. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, center. Inhale, twist. Exhale, twist deeper. Inhale, center. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, center. Inhale, twist. Exhale, twist deeper. Inhale, center. Beautiful, you guys. Let's get the neck real quick. Stretch that left hand out again. Right hand on top of the head. Just gently guiding it. Guiding your right ear down towards your right shoulder. Inhale, sending the breath to that extended side of the neck. And exhale. Inhale to center. We're going to turn our head to a 45-degree angle facing our armpit. Inhale. Exhale, drop the head. Inhale back through center. We're going to do the other side. Stretching your right hand out to the side. Left hand comes on top of the head to guide. Exhale, drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. Inhale, rising up. We're going to turn our head to a 45-degree angle. Allow the hand to guide. Exhale, drop the head. Inhale, back up through center. We're going to take a moment to do some shoulder shrugs. Inhaling up and back, exhaling down and forward. Thinking about making a big circle with our shoulders. Feel free to make it as dynamic as you would like. Inhaling up and back. Exhaling down and forward. Beautiful. And then maybe you start to reverse it. Starting in the front and going back. Inhaling up and forward. Exhaling down and back. Inhaling forward. Exhaling down and back. I think I cued that the same way both times, but hopefully you guys knew what I meant. Oh, just take a moment to tune in with your body. And if you haven't moved one way or another, feel free to move the opposite way. Beautiful. And then coming back to settle into stillness. Amazing. We're going to pick up our right knee and put it over top of our left knee. Take a moment to get there. You might want to walk out your left foot a little bit for eagle pose. Beautiful. And then since our right knee is on top, we're going to hook the right elbow underneath the left elbow. Palms can face together, or you can turn them away from each other and do an extra twist. Beautiful. Good. Turn them away. Hook them one more time. Beautiful. Inhale, stretching up to the ceiling. Maybe you tip back a little bit. And then exhale, drop forward, rounding the back. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, round. Beautiful. Inhale back to center. Amazing. Allow the arms to unwind and come to cactus pose. Big and expansive across the chest, looking up at the sky. And then fold forward over your knees once more. Inhale, rising up, cactus. Pinching the shoulder blades together. Exhale, fold forward. Rounding all through the back. Last one. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, fold. And inhale to center. You can shrug your shoulders again if you'd like. And allow your legs to unwind. We're going to switch which knee is on the bottom. So bring your right leg in underneath you. And then we're going to guide the left foot over the right thigh. Take a minute to adjust. Kind of getting to where your sits bones are on the floor again. And then when you're ready, left knee is on top, so left elbow is going to come underneath right elbow. And you can keep the palms facing or you can flip them. Bring the left hand closer to your face and hook it around that right hand. Beautiful. Inhale, tipping up to the ceiling. Exhale, folding forward and rounding in the back. Inhale, stretching up. Exhale, folding forward. Last one, inhale, stretching up. Exhale, folding forward. And inhale to center. Beautiful, you guys. Allow your hands to unwind and come to cactus. Deep inhale, pinching the shoulder blades together. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rising up to cactus. Exhale, folding forward. Last one, inhale. Checking in with the shoulders, making sure we're dropping them away from the ears. Exhale, fold forward. Inhaling back up to center. Beautiful, you guys. Go ahead and unwind your feet. We're going to come to tabletop pose. Take your time to arrive there. And we will meet with hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Checking back in with those shoulders, making sure we're still dropping them away from the ears. Beautiful. Beautiful, you guys. From here, we're going to do something that's a little bit new for us. We're going to walk the hands out in front of us a little bit, just about a step or two in front. The knees and the hips are going to stay where they are. We're going to allow our chest to start melting towards the floor for puppy pose. Forehead can come to a block or to the mat or to a book. Beautiful. And then begin to bring your head up. We're going to come forward adjust your hands to be underneath your shoulders, we're going to lower ourselves down to the mat. You can be on your knees or on your toes. We're going to lower down as slowly as we can to the mat. Take as long as you can, feeling the resistance from your body as you're lowering into the ground. Beautiful. And when here, we're going to pull those shoulder blades together. Hands are still on the mat at this time. We're going to be stretching through the top of the head, through the toes right now. Inhale as we prepare to lift. And with this next inhale, pinch your shoulder blades together, draw through the feet. You can raise your toes off the ground. You can raise your hands off the ground to hover. You're thinking about making a long line through the top of the head. Exhale, release. Push up through the hands, sending your hips back towards your feet, coming into child's pose. You're welcome to come back to this place anytime in the practice. And while you're here, maybe you roll your forehead back and forth over the mat. Give it a little massage. One more breath here. Inhale, rising up. We're going to walk our hands out again and lower ourselves down. If you haven't tried doing it on your toes yet and you want to, you're welcome to, or you can stay on your knees. Again, we're going to lower ourselves as slowly as we can. Exhaling, slowly coming down. Beautiful. And then when we're fully on our front body, taking a minute to align, making sure the hands are underneath the shoulders. We're stretching out through the top of the head and the toes. We're dropping our shoulders away from our ears. Inhale, rise up. Maybe your toes come off the mat. Maybe your hands do. Drawing the shoulder blades together and dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, release. Inhale, pushing up through the hands again. This time we're coming into tabletop. Beautiful. We're going to inhale, sweeping the right arm up towards the ceiling, opening up wide and expansive. And then exhale, bring the right arm through your left elbow. Right cheek comes to rest on the floor. Maybe your left hand walks out in front of you on the mat. Maybe it comes back behind you to twist. Inhale, plant that left hand back in front of your face on the mat. We're going to push up through that left hand and sweep your right hand back up towards the ceiling. And exhale, release it down to the mat. While you're here, maybe you just take a minute to do a C crunch between your right hip and your right shoulder and your left hip and your left shoulder. Just kind of absorbing the effects of that stretch. Beginning to shift our weight into our right hand. With our next inhale, sweep the left hand up towards the ceiling. And exhale, sweeping it through and under the right armpit. option to place the right hand forward on the mat on this side as well, or to wrap it behind you for a bind. See what your body is asking for today. See if you can compassionately meet yourself there. Inhale, plant that right hand in front of you on the mat and come back up to center. No, that was completely right. Go ahead and sweep that left hand back up towards the ceiling. And exhale, bringing it back to the mat. Beautiful, you guys. Go ahead and take a moment to tuck your toes behind you. We're going to come up to our forward fold. And I'd like to encourage you to arrive in whichever fashion your body needs. Maybe you stand up and walk. Maybe you do downward facing dog and you walk your toes up. Maybe you step one foot at a time between your feet. However you need to arrive, coming to meet in our forward folds. While you're here, maybe you grab opposite elbows. Generous bend in the knees, allowing everything to fall forward. Your legs are strong, you're grounded, you're rooted, all through the lower half of your body, and all of the upper half is falling forward and relaxing and releasing. Can I shake my head? Yes. Can I shake it? No. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands come to shins or to a block. Exhale, fold forward. This next inhale is going to bring us all the way up very slowly, one vertebra at a time. Inhale, begin to rise. Taking your time to arrive. Beautiful, you guys. We're going to do a set of forward folds that include our cactus arms. So once you've taken a moment to settle back into that stand, inhale, cactus arms stretching up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Allow your hands to sweep down to the sides, coming down to your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way up to stand, bringing your hands over your head. Exhale to cactus arms. Beautiful. Inhale, stretching arms up. Exhale to cactus arms. Take another inhale while keeping your cactus arms. Exhale, fold forward, and your hands are going to come kind of below, thinking about opening up the chest and sweeping your hands down towards the feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale all the way up to stand, hands over the head. Exhale to cactus arms. Beautiful. We're going to move through one more of those. Inhale, stretching up. Stretching as much as you can. Exhale to cactus arms. As you inhale here, just think about pinching those shoulder blades behind you, opening up the heart. Maybe your chin tips up to the ceiling a little bit. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward, sweeping the hands back behind you, swan diving down to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Just sit here for a minute. Checking in again with the shoulders. Can I drop them away from the ears a little bit? What does that look like in a forward fold? Maybe it just looks like releasing. Beautiful, you guys. Go ahead and walk your hands out in front of you. We're going to come down to our mats. And we're going to make our way onto our back. Taking your time to get there in whatever way you'd like. Maybe you sit down in a seat and you slowly lower your back down one vertebra at a time. Maybe you start by lowering yourself onto one side and then going on to another. Meeting here. And once you're here, take a minute to inch one shoulder blade and then the other underneath you on the mat. Opening up the chest a little bit more. Make sure that your back is flat on the floor. Taking a moment, maybe lifting up the hips and setting them down to make sure that they're underneath. And then the hands can come out to one side and the other. Walk your feet in towards your bum. We're going to inhale for bridge. Maybe today you play with just lifting your hips off the floor an inch or two. Maybe today you play with bringing them up to make your hips level with your knees. Well, not level, but in line with your knees. Whatever your body is asking for today, I invite you to meet it there. With this next inhale, rise up. We're thinking about almost tucking the hips a little bit to protect the back. Inhaling, stretching up. The hips are lifting off the floor. The shoulders are tucked underneath. And exhale, drop it down to the floor. We're going to do two more of those. Inhale, lifting the hips up. Exhale, drop it down. Last one. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, dropping down. Beautiful. Take a minute to just kind of shake out your knees a little bit. Maybe you walk them out to the width of your mat and just take a turn, kind of windshield wiping them. Drop your right knee in and your left knee the same direction. Back and forth. Beautiful. Then bringing both feet to come to their natural resting spot. Bent on the mat, feet down. Go ahead and pick up your right leg. Cross your right ankle over your left knee for a figure four. Beautiful. And you're welcome to stay right here. This is a beautiful place to be, where you can reach through and grab that left thigh and draw it a little closer to yourself. Exhale, release. Releasing the twist. Go ahead and hug both knees into your chest. Maybe you walk out your hips a little bit. And then we're going to drop both knees to our left. While we're here, we're checking in and making sure that our shoulders are both staying on the floor. Our right hand is stretched out to the side. Maybe you even bring your right arm to cactus. See if that changes anything. And maybe your gaze follows your right arm. Inhaling back through center, bringing both feet to rest flat on the mat again, making sure your spine is still flat on the floor. And then when you've settled back in to center, inhale, bringing that left ankle to cross over your right knee. Checking in with what you need on this side. Maybe you stay here, gently pressing on your left thigh. Or maybe you reach through and grab your right thigh and draw it in towards your body. Go ahead and uncross your left ankle, bringing both of your knees in for a hug. And then when you're ready, we're going to drop the knees to the left, slowly, allowing them to come to the side, checking in with those shoulders. Are they on the ground? Maybe my left arm comes to a cactus. Maybe my gaze follows my left arm. release that pose. I'd like to invite you to take any last movements your body's asking for, whether it's to stretch or settle in. Maybe you take a minute to grab that pillow, put it underneath your knees, settling in for Shavasana. Beautiful. And then once you're there, maybe you allow your eyes to soften and focus on a point in front of you. Maybe you allow them to come all the way to a close. Checking in with the shoulders. Am I dropping them away from the ears? Checking in with the breath. Am I still breathing? Entering into your Shavasana. This Shavasana will be 9 minutes long. I will guide you out at the end. Take this moment to let everything go. Maybe you start at the top of your head and do a gentle scan through the top of the forehead to the eyebrows, the eyes, the nose, the cheekbones, the cheeks, the jaw, the ears, the throat, the back of the head, the back of the neck, the tops of the shoulders, down through the arms, the elbows, the forearms, the wrists, the hands, the fingers, the fingertips, the torso, the navel, the hips, deep breath in, deep breath out. Going down through the thighs, the knees, the calves, the ankles, the tops of the feet, the heels, the bottoms of the feet, the toes, the tips of the toes. Deep breath in, Deep breath out. Inviting in relaxation and rest. slowly allowing movement to come back into your body. Maybe you take a moment and wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Maybe you start to move your whole leg, your arms. You're welcome to stay on this mat as long as you'd like. But if the rest of the day is calling you, maybe you turn over onto one side and slowly begin to press up to a seat. Thank you all so much for joining me today and carving out these moments for your body, mind, and soul. I look forward to seeing you next time.